Yo, yo, Phil Black, Creative Drive. Just grab me some coffee. Got a good life hack. I ain't call it life hack. It's just a way to get some good coffee. Whole Foods, they always have coffee. Like, they brew coffee there. And they only brew the best coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, the top-notch coffee that costs like $30 a bag. Like, expensive shit. But you could get a cup of coffee there for like $2-3. To where, anywhere else it'd be like $5. So it's like, it's reasonable. You know what I mean? So whenever I'm close to Whole Foods, I pop in there and grab me a cup. Like this cup I got right now, I just got some Counterculture 46. It's pretty good. And man, I ain't been to the coffee tasting in a minute, man. I was I just been thinking, man, because I've been in North Carolina now. It'll be 3 years in October. And I was talking to Chris the other day, and I was like, kind of been trying to like think about where I might move next. I was talking about how I went to these different places: Chicago, DC, Baltimore. You know what I mean? Did some stuff out of Phoenix, and I had endeavors, and I started things in these places. You know what I'm saying? And especially like DC and Baltimore with Lit Life and Cognac. And, now we got to get it gone popping, and Lit Life and Cognac's going to be incorporated through that too. He was like, man, if you just stayed in one place, work on that thing, whatever that thing is, until it becomes what you want it to be. Because I was talking about how I want to, just live somewhere different, and like, I had different people that was talking about moving to different areas, and I would move somewhere else. It's like, man, you just build up, you know what I mean? You build what you're doing now. And you'll have enough money to go wherever you want to go visit whoever lives wherever. You know what I mean? Because I was like, man, out here in Raleigh, I love it. But like, I kind of got used to the city life. You know what I mean? But I live in the suburb now, so that got something to do with it. I haven't lived in the suburbs since it was a long time. Since I lived in the suburb. Everywhere I've lived at, since I left North Carolina to Chicago, I've been in the city. Like city. You know what I mean? Busy blocks, you know what I mean? Popping blocks. So I was like, shit. When Nashi go to college, I'm gonna definitely move downtown. Now I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna do downtown Raleigh or downtown Durham. You know what I mean? Cause right now we starting to get some traction with Get It Gone. And we just tapped into the independent wrestling circuit. So we about to be doing, collabs with the wrestlers in the independent wrestling circuit. They got, since we got back here, me and Nashi, we've been going to a bunch of Deadlock Pro Wrestling shows. Just been meeting people out there, so we got some shit popping with that. Man, Bojack, real popular. He from Jacksonville, so you know what I mean. He seen what we was doing, asked us, to pull up, do some sponsorship, do some collabing. So we got to collab with him. You know what I mean? To Get It Gone Bojack collab is dope. We're gonna be putting that out at the next event, August 29th, in the Ville. I gotta build it up out here. I gotta sit still, build this shit up, get it popping. fucking bag, man. See, driving is cool. It's like, thing about driving, man, you know, certain type of jobs you do, you gotta be driving. It's like, you can make decent money, but you gotta be behind the wheel to get it. You know, that's why when I was in Baltimore doing it, I made much more money, because out there, the way it's like an outlaw town. So like, you know, kind of like everything goes. So it was much easier to sell my products out there, because for one, it was legal state, you know what I'm saying? It was legal. They had went wreck right after I left, but it was legal. And then you had it was decriminalized, and then DC was decriminalized, you know what I mean? So like, you was pushing cognac like in the broad daylight everywhere. Like, I have conversations with police officers about it. They're like, oh yeah, I got some friends that would like it, and, you know. So it was like, it was a whole different vibe in you know, with the lit life pushing the products, you know what I'm saying? So then since I got here, I took a pay cut, because it's different here, you know what I'm saying? Out there, man, if it ain't heroin or guns, and you ain't hurting nobody, they don't care what you doing. I went to this fucking speakeasy one time that was in the church basement. It was a whole club down the church basement, bro. No liquor. There was a whole club in the church basement that was an after-hour spot. It was crazy. But like, that's Baltimore. Baltimore is like, if you could, you know what I mean? If you don't mind living in a rough and rugged city, you know what I mean? Like, you can get some money in Baltimore. You know what I mean? If you don't mind getting your hands a little bit dirty and, you know what I'm saying, moving in and out different types of crowds, you can get some fucking money in Baltimore. But for like legit business, Raleigh-Durham is like the place to be, like, when it comes to starting businesses and brick and mortars and retail, and so much disposable income here. A lot of disposable income here. It's like downtown Raleigh, it's all restaurants, you know what I mean? Like, restaurants and bars, there's no retail. So it's like, say Raleigh is in need of retail. Raleigh's in need of like a fashion district. The Triangle needs like a fashion district, somewhere where people could really go and get fly. But like living out there and like going to Tyson's Corner, and you know, in DC, they got all the stores in DC. But out here, they don't really have a lot of stores to really go get clothes, like get some fly shit. You know, like in Chicago, you go down to Michigan Ave, they got all the stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing that put the Triangle, push it to the next level, is to just, I mean, have a fashion district. It's gonna pop up, you know what I mean? But it's just like when. So yeah, right now I've been listening to the album. I mean, Tone mixing it down. I'm listening to it and trying to get the sequencing together. I got some runs, you know what I mean? Like, I know certain songs that sound good, you know, to together blocks. I got a couple blocks. You know what I mean? I got a couple little runs. I know for sure what the last track's gonna be. I'm about 80% sure about what track 1's gonna be. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for track 2 because I don't know if I want to just start the album off and then go straight into a banger for track 2, or like let it develop more and then drop the banger. I got a couple bangers, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple bangers. Definitely got a couple records that got chart potential. You know what I mean? So just gotta sequence it right, man. Sequence it right so that it flows. Kinda got some different ideas of how to do it. Yeah. So that's the part I'm on now. It's like a puzzle. I think I did pretty well in the past in sequencing my albums. It matters. But then my favorite album sequence I did was Dead Broke Ain't Living. I thought that one was on point. I like the way that shit just flowed and kind of just like that shit. I gotta put that shit on streaming. I'm dropping Decisions Are Forevermore on Sunday, July 26th, Nash's birthday. This is an album that he curated. He went through the vaults of the records and he picked his 10 favorite joints that he liked, and then he sequenced them. I ain't influenced it in any way. There was this one song Chris and Tony used to always like called what's the name of that song? It was like, get about all means, that's the shit that I'm on, and I ain't waiting on niggas, so you better come on, and I ain't chasing no bitches, so you better come on. I'm too busy putting work in, getting it gone. And they used to love that song. I never really, it was cool. I ain't really think it was that good. I don't know if I thought it was that good, but I didn't really like it that much. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you'll like some shit when you write it, or you take on a challenge or write into something because for whatever reason it's like, okay, let me write to this. Something catch you and you could lay it and it might not be your favorite. You know what I'm saying? But when you writing it, because sometimes when you writing, it's not about, oh, I like this song I'm writing. It's like, I'm writing this song because I got a thought. And I want to complete the thought and complete the idea. I don't dislike it as I'm writing it, but then it's like, you can finish it and be like, that shit cool. But it's a song that he picked that they used to always pick. And I never really understood why they always picked it, but now we talking about a whole generation later, maybe. Because shit, this used to be around the time Nashi was born. So now you talking 14 years later, you know, a young man's picking the same song that my friends was picking back in the early, like 2010 time frame. So that's interesting to me. I said, if I got with Chuck the other day, I mean, that shit was dope. Might be linking up tomorrow. Said they might be pulling up for the Buju Banton concert. I'm gonna definitely go. If he go, I'm gonna definitely go. I wanna go anyway, so I might go. Even if he don't pull up. But if he pull up, I'm definitely gonna go. Nowadays, all I do is work. It's a far cry from back days selling you to work. No, loyal, I'm a king. If the crown is a curse, it's a steal for my niggas feeling down in the dirt. But yeah, we out. Phil Black, Creative Drive. Peace.